Hi there, it's Lucas here. Nice to meet you here today. Today I want to talk about partial truth, or the fact that everyone is sharing partial truth and not lying while doing so. So basically what I mean by partial truth is that everyone who you meet is seeing you a certain way, and you can't really change how they see you, but they only see a certain percentage of you or a certain degree, one perspective on you, on your personality, on your identity. And what they think about you isn't defining who you are, or it's not defining of your identity. It's who you are to them, but you may be someone else to someone else, yeah. So for me, it's the same. What I'm able or willing to share or to show to you here on YouTube, on other social media platforms, is incomplete. It's partial truth. I share advice sometimes, or I share my thoughts, but it's always just a snapshot of my thoughts in this moment. Maybe in some other moment, in some other circumstances, I might think completely different, or I might arrive at a different conclusion than I arrived at right now. So my thoughts right now also aren't my full belief system. Like, they originate from a big belief system, stuff that I thought in the past, that I went through, that I reached, that I failed at, that I learned, and that I didn't learn. Maybe my blind spots are woven into my thoughts right now. And you don't know about them. You don't know about my full belief system, my background. So everything that I share, you can interpret or take from it what you need or what you think is appropriate to take from it, to learn from it. But I don't claim to have like the absolute truth. I just have my interpretation of the truth, or of the world that I live in, of the world that I see with my perspective, because I know beliefs and belief systems are very deeply woven into our psychology. They literally change the way you see the world. It's not just the way you speak about it or what you think or what you share. It's already in the input cycle, in the perception. Like the famous example, if you focus on this famous video with the gorillas walking through the picture while a black and a white team in black and white t-shirts is throwing around a basketball, and you have to count the times they throw around a basketball, and you don't even see the gorilla because you're focused on counting the times the ball was passed. Or similar videos exist in sufficient amounts. Or if you're thinking about what car to buy and you start to think about red cars, then you see red cars everywhere suddenly. It's the way your thoughts or your belief system is priming you to a certain type of information. And so your perspective or your perception changes depending on what you know and what you don't know, what you think about, what you believe in and what you don't believe in. So yeah, take from it and pick from it whatever you want, because what you think about my thoughts isn't any of my concern, let's say. Not completely, but I mean, in some sense, it's not my concern. Because in the end, you will be misunderstood whatever you do. If I share my thoughts honestly, I will be misunderstood by some of you. If I try to cater to your needs or your thoughts or your views, I will still be misunderstood by some of you. And if I wouldn't share anything, then I would still be misunderstood by some people. Maybe in my friend circle, maybe in my family or someone else. Misunderstanding someone else is guaranteed. That's one reason why our language is so riddled with redundancy. We say the same thing over and over again in different words and many words. For instance, if you have a phone call with someone and the line breaks up very often, you need just a few words usually to still understand what the other person is saying. Yeah, so this is what's redundancy is causing, that we still are able to understand some of what the other person says, but like we are sending something with a certain intention, and the other person is interpreting it. He's trying to understand it with another type of device. So the brain of someone else is not our brain. So the one who's encoding the message is different from the one who's decoding it. So mistakes are programmed in, basically. The only thing that we can do about this is continue to talk about stuff, to not distance ourselves from other people, and to try to take their perspective, to understand them better, to learn to know them better, learn more about their background, so we can see a fuller picture of what they think and of what they believe. And maybe together we can build more perspectives on seeing how the world really works. Because in the end, this is what I think truth is, the way the world really works, when you strip away all of our biases and all of our misconceptions. But everyone builds a version of you and the world in his own head, and there's not too much that we can do about it. So if you want to continue this discussion or continue to figure out how the world really works together, to grow as a person, to grow professionally maybe, to reach more in the world, to do more in the world, then I would encourage you to let me know in the comments or write me a message with your thoughts. I'm trying to build a community online in Discord server where we can just talk about stuff like this to grow professionally. It's free, it's not costing anything. I think this sort of stuff should be free. So let me know what you think in person or in the comments, and I'll try to think about what you think and see if I can understand it. Have a nice day, and see you in the next video.